Good morning or afternoon or evening. For me, it is morning here. I am going to bring through some channeled messages. And whenever you see this, there's something here for you. This is a timeless reading. So no matter how far in the future you're catching this video, there's a message here for you if you're seeing it. There are no coincidences. All right, let's go ahead and see what comes through. So there are a lot of different guides. It's almost like they're lined up right now. So there's definitely something significant. My Pleiadian guides, which is a group. It's a group of Pleiadian energies. Yeah, they're ready to come through. We would like to speak on the topic of love and acceptance. Though love may not mean what you're thinking. When we speak of love, we don't speak of the human relationship of love so much as we speak of the truth of love as the building blocks of reality. Love is everything. It is everywhere you look. Even if sometimes it may not look that way. At your core, you are all love. And you are all sacred, which leads us to the idea of radical self-acceptance. Radical self-acceptance. This is accepting yourself wholly, fully, and in whatever form you are in at this moment, this now moment. Radical self-acceptance is necessary for your society to function in a healthy way. Inequality. Equality comes from radical self-acceptance, and it starts with you as an individual. When we do not accept something, when we see something in the world or in someone else, particularly in someone else, that we don't accept, we are actually rejecting a piece of ourselves. There is a piece of us that relates to this trait in another person that we are not accepting. And that piece of us, we are not loving or acknowledging. We spoke about this in our last message in slightly different words. But now we would like to expand on that concept. Once you begin to look at your shadow and radically self-accept, that is when your soul mission, purpose, authenticity begins to unveil. Think of every single human being as a thread, one single thread in a giant, giant tapestry. And that giant tapestry makes up all of life. Every thread is unique. Every thread has its own color, has its own texture. But every thread is essential to the whole. Imagine that this tapestry is multicolored, multifaceted. Every single thread must be unique. Yet they all come together to form this whole. This is what humanity is being called on to recognize and to embrace. To allow each and every one of you to be your most authentic expression. And it begins with each single individual. As each single individual begins to holistically accept all parts of their shadow, begins to love all of their parts, and begins expressing their true authenticity. This will allow a shift in the collective as more and more and more individuals follow their hearts. And that is love. And so we come full circle. We thank you for your courage in this, because it is not easy to look at those parts of you that have been rejected, because you rejected them for a reason. You rejected them because at some point you felt unsafe expressing them. You felt unsafe being fully seen. It is easier than ever to be fully seen. We promise you this. Okay. This is Brittany again. Yeah, that's a beautiful message. It's also a message that I've been getting from both my Pleiadian guides and a lot of my guides actually at this time, that more than ever, we're being called to lean into our true selves. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. I'm seeing a lot of joy, playfulness, people running around in a beautiful field, picking flowers and smiling, laughing. Lots of people, children and adults. And I'm getting the feeling there's a reminder here that even as the world may feel very heavy, find joy. Find joy in your day, find joy in your life. It's very important in unlocking that true self, that authentic self that the Pleiadians were talking about. It's so important to find joy in your day-to-day? True, authentic joy. What really brings you joy? So sit with this question. Consider this. What lights you up? What really lights you up? It's different for everyone. For me, a long walk on a sunny afternoon by some little wetlands near my house, that does wonders for me. It turns me right back into a little kid. I love watching the ducks and the geese and all the little birds. For you, it could be something completely different. It could be dancing. It could be roller skating. It could be, there's so many different things. Coloring, drawing. It could be watching something from your childhood that just brings you joy. Reading a funny book. Listening to a comedian. There's so many different things. So whatever it is that brings you joy, that's really what this scene is. It's like, oh, bike riding. I came in. That's funny. They wanted me to mention bike riding. So somebody watching loves to ride their bike and hasn't gotten on it in a while. So whoever that is, go for a bike ride. But yeah, it's just this scene of lots of joy and playfulness. And there's a reminder here, not so serious. I'm hearing not so serious. So I think a lot of times in our spiritual journey, we get so serious about it. We get so serious about the universe and our guides, and we take it all very seriously. And I want to be clear, it is sacred. But it doesn't have to be so, serious, heavy. It can be joyful, it can be playful. Our guides are playful. The universe is playful. The universe definitely has a sense of humor. So consider that, and consider bringing more of that lightheartedness into your day. And again, I'm seeing otters. I saw otters in another message recently, and otters laying on their back. These are river otters. They're laying on their back in a river, in like a spring with lots of green hanging over. If you live near something like this might be a call to go visit that. But yeah, the otters, they feel very present, very laid back, playful, joyful. When I think of otters, I think of playful, so it makes sense that they would come through. There's also a feeling of community here. So connect with people that you enjoy being playful with. Be playful with someone, with a friend or a partner or your children. Yeah, be playful and find some community in that playfulness. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please head down and like and subscribe so that you get notifications when I put out new videos. I put these out every couple days. If you would like to connect with me, I've put lots of ways to do that in the notes here. If you want to check out some of the other videos on my channel, I do have a podcast called Coming Out of the Spiritual Closet, and many of those episodes are posted on my YouTube channel. They're slowly but surely all getting posted, but you can also go to the link in the show notes and go to the website for the podcast to listen to it on any major platform. All right, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.